Yes, hello, welcome everybody, it's Chris here from MoDXtra, back again today with another one of my action figure unboxing videos, and in today's instalment we're going to take a look at Hasbro's robot enhanced design, Transformers Starscream. Do you know what, folks? If you are a nerdy child of the 80s, such as I was, then there is no more nostalgically satisfying sound than that of a Transformer transforming. Just brilliant. It evokes just these wonderful nostalgic memories of sitting on my parents' living room carpet watching Saturday morning cartoons, of which Transformers was a prime feature. Prime. Pun intended, I suppose. And so when I saw these Hasbro robot enhanced design Transformer figures, they really caught my eye because aesthetically, I feel like they just totally capture the vibe and feel and tone of that classic 80s cartoon. Although ironically, they're non-transforming figures, despite me saying I love the sound of Transformers transforming. I picked up two of them. I got Soundwave, who I've already unboxed. I'll pop a link in the description and at the end of the video. But I picked up Starscream as well because I didn't want Soundwave to get lonely, you know, and they hung out quite a bit in the cartoon. So I picked up a Starscream. Now, Soundwave was a Wave 1. Starscream here, I believe, is a Wave 2, Wave 3. Looks at the box for a clue. No clues there. But this one here is based on Transformers the movie. It is the Coronation Starscream. So there's loads of cool kind of storyline bits and bobs going on in here. So yeah, I just love the idea of non-transforming Transformers because that's what I want. I want poseable figures that I can pop on the shelf that look and feel like the cartoon, the classic 80s cartoon, just to evoke those nostalgic memories in me. So I'm going to crack this bad boy open. Let's take a look at Starscream, and let's all do it together now, shall we? Okay, onto the overhead camera in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get this whiny, evil son of a bee opened up. Action! Action shots! Look what we can do! Look how poseable I am! Look at all my accessories. I can never get them to look as shit hot as that. Okay, pop the tape, pop the tape. There we go. Oh, paperwork. Megatron. Does that sound like Starscream? I don't think it did. Ooh, look at that. Lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. That's exciting. Oh man, how? Oh, what? This looks complicated. Is he tied in? Is he? Ooh, what's that at the back there? Come on. What? I mean. Oh. That sound is so unpleasant! Oh, all his bits. What? Ah! Bloody. Come on! Ugh. Ooh. Shiny cape. Lovely choice of lilac. Oh, his wings come off. Ah! Come on, dude. Get your wing on. Come on. There we go. Oh no, he's got a knackered arm. What the? Oh. Let's pop these out. Pop. Pop, pop. Oh, I hate that sound. Ooh, these hands look interesting. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh man, I'm going to snap his fingers off. I mean, seriously, Hasbro, what the... Might have to Stanley knife them out. What? I mean, utterly. Oh, and again. Done. Okay, so one of the arms is bent. Look at that. You see it, and it's like frayed out. Not very good. I've contacted the retailer that I bought it from to try and arrange an exchange. So I'm going to take a little pause now for however long it's going to take for the exchange replacement to come, and I'll complete the review after that. So see you in a few days, I suppose. Right, okay, here we go then. Here's Starscream from the front. This is the second one now. I waited for the replacement to arrive before making this section of the video. Although if you look on your left-hand side, his right arm, the joint is still a bit dodgy on this second one, although not as bad as it was on the other. So let's take a look at his top half first. Let's start with the head. It's got a bit of movement there, a bit of looking back, a little bit of looking forward, a little bit of swivel there, but can certainly turn so that you can do left and right shots like that. So not too bad, but a little restricted on the head. The arms, they come out at the shoulder here. We've got the top of the shoulder swivel, then the elbow bend, and then swivel in the hands, and then the hands have got little joints in them too to do some movement with those, although they're a bit stiff. Can't get them to move at all. You'll notice that the arm guns are missing. These are a point of contention. I'm not very happy with these. They do not stay particularly firm at all. So if I pop that one on there, you can see just sort of how loose they are. And they've been falling off quite a bit when I've been doing stuff with him. They're very, very tenuously connected on there. He's got some hip swivel in the middle here, which is quite nice, although this front faceplate, which is the cockpit from his full aircraft mode, gets in the way when you're turning it, although it does come off. If I just get my finger in there, it comes off to reveal this section underneath, and you can also see that there's a little bit of ab crunch forward and a little bit of ab crunch backwards, although very stiff and not fantastic in terms of the movement. The right arm, the exact same. If I spin him round, you can see we've got the wings here. They're on a little joint in the shoulder blade there. They're also removable, so you can take them on and off depending on what you're doing. But I've found that the movement for some of the photos that I've been trying to do have been a little bit limited. If I move down to the legs, you'll see that we've got groin movement just here. We've got forward and back on the legs, a bit of swivel at the top of the thigh. Obviously his knees, although quite limited in terms of how far back they go. And then a little bit of movement here on the front foot, although his jet propulsion is the heel there, which with no movement. I've also got these little side wings here. These have been doing my nut in as well because they keep falling off. These are detachable, and I've been finding them falling off quite frequently. So he just feels. Oh, put you back into the focus. There we go. Let's put your little cockpit back on your chest. He just feels a little bit. I don't know if you can probably tell from the footage I'm taking there, but he feels a little bit loose and shaky. Just a bit, I don't know what the word is. Yeah, loose and shaky is about the only way I can describe it. Just a bit kind of, a bit wobbly, a bit loose. You sort of see it there in the arm. Certainly see it in the hip here, just very kind of, shaky. The wing, I keep knocking the wings and the guns off his arms, off all the time. So he's been a bit tricky to pose and get into some of the positions that I've been trying to do with him, which you don't want. But there is some options available in terms of posing him. He does have something in his some sort of level of movement and stuff going on, which is all right. But yeah, he just feels a bit cheap. And the little things here, like see how the joins on the front of the knee there just look really, I don't know, they just really stand out and look a bit shaky to me, sort of, and slightly misaligned on these little knee exhausts. There was something on the back I noticed as well. I can't see it now, but he's all right. He's just all right to have in hand. And playing around with him, I've not been fully as happy. But there we go. So let's now do the accessories walkthrough, shall we? Here we are then. So I've decked him out in a couple of his accessories to make the regal King Starscream, Emperor Starscream look on him. So we've got the 2 shoulder pads here, we've got the crown, and then you can see the cape. I've also popped on the open palmed hands there. Now, I've got to tell you, the cape and the shoulder pads are an absolute faff. Seriously annoying. I had no idea how to actually put them on because there's no guidance on the box or any instructions in the paperwork. But there are 2 peg holes in the back of the shoulders here, and then 2 pegs on the shoulder pads. Let me just sort me focus out a bit there. And then the 2 holes in the cape. So I've assumed that it attaches like that. But one of the things that I'm not kind of keen on is see how it sort of drapes, it hangs across the back there, and if you've got the arms up or you're doing things posing him, it sort of hangs below. I've obviously had to take the wings off to get it to fit. You could sort of hook it round with a bit of fiddling, but it sits. Ooh, just slid in forward there. Let me just angle the camera down. It sits sort of lower than his feet there, so it kind of drags along the floor, which is far from ideal, and I'm not particularly keen on. Just a faff to get them on. They look a bit stupid. My pegs are all stress marked and aggravated now. The crown is all right. It sits on his head looks a bit big and a bit daft, if you ask me, and not giving him quite the regal look that was advertised in the image of the box. However, I am quite happy with the open palmed hands. I think they look pretty sweet. 2 other things that are in there that I'm not using right now because I've got him in his regal get-up is the laser blasts that go on the end of his gun. There's 1 for each. So you can see here like these little kind of energy blasts. My lighting is making them look really light pink, but they're more of a deeper pink than perhaps the camera is doing it justice of. Let's bring that down a bit to see if the deeper pink comes out. No. Range of accessories, doing all right, I suppose, but a lot of faffing about, and I'm not sure that all this Emperor Starscream get-up is something that I'll find myself using particularly frequently. All right, about average again, I suppose. Okay, I've just taken all the royal gear off and popped on the laser blasts at the end of the guns just so that you can see that. These are, while they look cool, they're super unimpressive. Look at look at that. The weight of the purple laser beams at the end there make them even shakier, and they fall off. In fact, the whole figure's just a bit shaky. Look, if I wobble him about, look at the wobble on the legs there. Look at that. Look at that. Just really loose figures. Like, I mean, there's 80s nostalgia, and then there's 80s nostalgia, and having wobbly, shaky figures like that. So I put the laser beams on to demonstrate the laser beams, but the weight of them are too much. Look, they make the arms drop. Look. The arms just drop under the weight of them. So even though they look cool, if you're doing dioramas and taking photos, you'll have to take your picture. Oh, hang on. Stand up. Let's put that flatter there. Display his legs a bit more. Yeah, if you're doing laser blasts and stuff, you'll have to take the picture super quick before the guns fall off. Particularly this one on the right-hand side here. It's rubbish. But just in general, just really loose and shaky. Don't feel like I've got my money's worth, really. But there you go. All right, let's wrap up the show and tell and go to the review section. Right, okay, some final thoughts then, just to wrap up the review. And I think probably now, I've got my Soundwave, I've got my Starscream, that's it, I'm done. I won't be collecting any more Transformers robot enhanced design figures. All the little niggles, that I pointed out a bit earlier, and that I had with the Soundwave as well, have all just kind of accumulated and added up to make me go, nah, they're average. I'm considering them average. When I compare them to other Hasbro ranges, when you compare them to Marvel Legends or the G.I. Joe Classified or the Star Wars Black Series stuff, they just don't meet the same grade. They're just rougher around the edges and looser, and I don't know, the quality just doesn't quite seem the same. They seem flimsier. So unless I see a Megatron maybe at a super cheap price in a sale or on on eBay, might pick up a loose one. That's probably about it, which is a shame because the concept, the idea of non-transforming Transformers that quite powerfully evoke the classic 80s cartoon, they're very accurate, cartoon accurate, really appeals to me. But yeah, I think just the two will do. It's enough to play around with and make some photos with and stuff, and I'm going to call it a day. So let me know in the comments below if you feel the same way. What are your thoughts on the Transformers robot enhanced design? Should I call it a day? Should I knock it on the head, or am I being too harsh? Let me know. Otherwise, I've been Chris from MoDXtra. Please subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and give us a like if you've enjoyed my review today. Plenty more action figure related stuff coming down the pipeline, and I'll catch you around these parts again sometime soon. Thanks for watching.